was over with from there. It was over with. All right, let me tell you what I said. Okay, she said something about me. First of all, I didn't know who she was. You feel what I'm saying? I just knew she talked about people online. You feel me? And I always wanted to say something, but I didn't know what the bitch was. You feel what I'm saying? So I got on the show. She said something about me about 3-4 times. So I finally grabbed the mic. So she had braces on her teeth, but she didn't have the wire on the braces. So I said, you need to fire your dentist with his stupid, because he took the wire and told you to keep the metal.
Then she started crying.
All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? So if you remember a couple weeks ago on my platform, we talked about a story that happened via MTV's Wild 'N Out. Now, Wild 'N Out is filming their entire season in Atlanta, Georgia. They're pretty much done. I think they're actually done with the entire season. They're already airing new episodes, but I think they're in post-production on the back end of the season. They're already airing episodes as they shoot more episodes. Anyways, Azealia Banks, she pulled up to Wild 'N Out. Right now, Azealia Banks is a young female artist who everybody tells me is talented. Right, I don't know a lot about her music. I've tried listening to a couple tunes. I don't see this great, immense talent that a lot of people tell me she is, but I'm gonna take some of my people's word for it who I know music. Right, so Azealia Banks, she claims she was told that she was only gonna be a performer on Wild 'N Out. And if you know, if you watch an episode of Wild 'N Out, you know how they get down. Typically, the performer does do the freestyle battle, or just a part of the entire show, right? It's only like a 30-minute show. So typically, you do all of the show. We've seen some people perform, not do the freestyle battle. We've seen some people do the skits in the freestyle and not do the performance. We've seen it, but typically that's what they want. That's what they're envisioning there, right? Azealia claims she was told that she would not be a part of anything outside of performing her record, and then she'd be able to leave. Azealia claims that was not the case when she got to Wild 'N Out set. She claimed somehow, some way they convinced her to be a part of the show, right? And she ended up finding herself, and I'm guessing it was the freestyle battle, right? And now we know what pissed her off. Again, she's claiming that she was racially profiled. They had to stop the shoot. Reportedly, Nick Cannon had to apologize to her. She started crying in the middle of the show. She claims that people were mean to her. They were racist to her. They were making all type of jokes. I told y'all, look, it's freaking Wild 'N Out. What do you expect? It's a joking show. It's like it's a jab show here and there. It's a freestyle battle. It's just jabs. Like, it's nothing. Though jokes get personal, the way I see it, Nick Cannon has opened up about his life and allowed jokes to come at him in every which direction, from his marriage, his divorce, everything, right? And if he's allowed it and he's allowing you a spot on his show, you should be cool with it too if you come on. Again, Azealia claims she did not know she'd be a part of that battle. It is what it is. So we now understand Azealia was upset about a comment that DC Young Fly made. Now, DC, during his 85 South show, salute to them, by the way, they doing the thing, the podcast. They were doing a live show, and somebody asked DC, I'm guessing, yo, what happened when you with Azealia Banks during the Wild 'N Out tapings? And that's where that video came in, and I started the video off. So let's play it again now that I gave you a little context, and then we'll come back with more on this story.
It was over with from there. It was over with. All right, let me tell you what I said. Okay, she said something about me. First of all, I didn't know who she was. You feel what I'm saying? I just knew she talked about people online. You feel me? And I always wanted to say something, but I didn't know what the bitch was. You feel what I'm saying? So I got on the show. She said something about me about 3-4 times. So I finally grabbed the mic. So she had braces on her teeth, but she didn't have the wire on the braces. So I said, you need to fire your dentist with his stupid, because he took the wire and told you to keep the metal.
Then she started crying.
So DC claims that Azealia Banks was upset about him clowning her teeth. Right now, DC claims Azealia Banks was coming for him, and he just finally decided to respond, and she couldn't take the energy that she had put in the atmosphere, like so many other people in this world. Now, Azealia Banks responded to DC Young Fly. She denied that some of this was true. She responded to him in a very lethal way. She said, no nigger, and then she put the ER. I don't even like saying that. Excuse me for even saying that. She said, no, I don't even like saying it. That didn't even feel right coming out of my mouth, and I'm black. She said, no, Nigger, The reason I cried is because I wanted to call all of you dirty Atlanta DL HPV infested. I don't even want to, let's just keep going. Stuck below the Mason-Dixon line with no access to health care. I was going to call you all specifically they type of black men, black women hate. Specifically the type of black men society hates, which is why DC is forced to breed with bulbous, fat white women who have low self-esteem, collect government aid, and are just happy to have a man around. I'm 100% sure that DC has a cluster of warts that looks like a vine of grapes growing out of his ass. That wouldn't have looked good on MTV. I don't really 100% get Azealia Banks' response. She's very upset, as she always is. Look, man, we hope this woman at some point gets some professional help if she has not already done so, because she's very upset with everybody, man. And her latest attempt in responding to DC Young Fly, who allegedly was the person, or according to him rather, was the person who put the blow on her that made her cry during the Wild and Out show. Her latest response to him is that he is herpes infested, disease infested, got stuff burning out of his asshole. I mean, she said it all. Azealia Banks responds to DC Young Fly, who claims the reason why she started crying was because he called out her braces. Like, by the way, if you getting lit up, if you check me about my braces and my teeth, like that's I come from Memphis. Niggas get busy in Memphis with the checking. All right, like it's always been like that. Trust me. Now, if the worst you got on me, I'm just trying to go back in that mode. I've been removed from Memphis for some years, right? If the worst you got on me is my dentist and my teeth and I had big teeth. They used to call me shark teeth back in the day. I'm just being honest. That was my teeth joke back in the day. The shark teeth joke was the least of my problems. I could take all the jokes with the shark teeth. I remember dudes used to come around me and start acting like they was in a swimming pool and like I was a shark coming their way. They used to say my two front teeth were so damn big. Trust me, I'm cool with all the shark jokes. Like if that's all you got on me, I'm feeling pretty dang good. That couldn't make me cry. Like, well, obviously no checking is gonna make me cry, but I'm just saying, if I was Azealia and everybody's different, the dentist jokes if that's all you got, I'm cool with that. What y'all think, man? Who won this battle? Y'all talk to me in the comment box below. By the way, I don't have an update if they're going to even air this episode. A lot of people believe that Wild 'N Out is kind of forced to now air the episode because they look bad if they hide it, right? Somehow edit around her crying and put it out there in the atmosphere to show people just exactly what happened because Azealia Banks is using that racist word. So now a lot of people believe Wild 'N Out kind of has to show the episode to show what happened to kind of clear their name of that racist word that Azealia Banks put on their head. And then there's also people who are looking at it the opposite direction, like, yo, she was crying, just leave it alone before she try to sue or something like that. What y'all think? Talk to me, comment box below. I'm out. What up, Ferros? I decided to step my game up again. I've created a music reaction Instagram page. That way you guys can be up to date on some of the latest new music in the atmosphere, and you guys can also send me some of your music as well, and you will get Mr. TALIAFERRO'S first reaction to your record, for good or for bad, or an artist that we talk about on my platforms, music for good or for bad. Again, follow me on Instagram, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV. Again, that's Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, and you get more of yours truly.